This one is going to be good. Set the VCR if you haven't already. Blitzkrieg is on his way to the ring.
Yeah, this one could be off the charts. In terms of the cruiserweights, many people in World Championship Wrestling think that you are looking at both the future in Blitzkrieg as well as the present in Kidman of the WCW Cruiserweight class.
Blitzkrieg has certainly impressed us since his debut, 6, 7, 8 months ago now, here in World Championship Wrestling. And a man who has been four-time Cruiserweight champion of the world in Kidman.
Well, Kidman has certainly impressed us almost from the start here in WCW. The former multi-time World Cruiserweight champion has that experience edge going into this matchup against Blitzkrieg, and we'll see if he exploits it. I would look for both of these men to really turn it loose. We'll find out if one will decide to maybe try and slow down the aerial tactics of the other, but at the same time, if you decide to slow it down, then you're taking away from your own best offensive maneuvers.
How do you approach a match if you are Blitzkrieg or Kidman when the other is your opponent? You know that your speed can be matched move for move by your opponent. Whatever ground ability you have is equal to the ground ability of your opponent. The only edge here would be experience in the direction of Kidman. Shoots Blitzkrieg off, shoulder block. Kidman goes down. Blitzkrieg into the ropes. Step over, crossover, leapfrog by Kidman. Duck under, go behind, standing switch by Kidman. Belly to back. Oh, nailed it.
Nice execution of the move by Kidman. The backdrop suplex on Blitzkrieg, and of course both of these wrestlers are looking for a shot at the reigning Cruiserweight champion. Of all people, Lenny, and of course wherever you see Lenny, you're sure to see Lodi as well.
Forced through escape into the ropes, back body drop, no, caught him and leveled it. Cradles him up, double leg cradle, no, Kidman only got the 2 count.
You know, we've often mentioned that the Cruiserweight division in WCW is the most competitive, and I think it's never more true than now. When you see wrestlers like Kidman, like Blitzkrieg, and what a great move that was with the kick delivered to the back of the head and the cover.
A standing enziguri, and I mean that had impact. Kidman was knocked in the next week.
When you're thinking of the Cruiserweights, don't forget to factor in Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera, Rey Mysterio Jr., and the list goes on and on.
Well, again, let's not forget Lenny. He's the champion.
Can't forget him.
Oh, corkscrew leg drop off the ropes. Elbow drop from Blitzkrieg. Another leg drop. Oh, he is dismantling the former Cruiserweight champion. Lateral press. Held the arm down, but Kidman squirmed out at 2.
And he's dismantling him by putting together a combination of moves. You notice that he follows up very quickly and takes him up into the air, drives him down to the mat with a body slam, and then follows up with a reverse chin lock.
Handball brawl. It will be Lenny and Kaz Hayashi for the Cruiserweight Championship of the world. These two men, you know, the lobbying effort was intense. When Lenny signed the contract to defend the Cruiserweight strap, you know, that was just a fruit basket turnover at the championship committee. They were lined up around the block to get a shot at Lenny.
And I think they made a good choice with Kaz Hayashi as we see Kidman spring off the rope, and Blitzkrieg is ready and stopped him in his tracks with a knee, then goes for the cover.
Can he hang on? No, Kidman out at 2.
I think Hayashi primarily was chosen to gain a shot at the Cruiserweight title when he had a matchup recently against Lodi. We saw interference from Lenny, and the Cruiserweight champ ended up getting pinned in a match that he wasn't even supposed to be involved in.
Handspring back elbow, Kidman out of the way, nobody home. Short powerbomb. Blitzkrieg's head bounced off the canvas, cradles him up. No, Blitzkrieg out at 2.5.
Another near fall, that time for Kidman. The ex-Cruiserweight champ hit that short powerbomb, went for the immediate pin, but Blitzkrieg still had enough fire to kick out. Series of forearm smashes. Look at Blitzkrieg turn it around, however.
Reversal needed a gut. Shoots Kidman in up top. Oh, man! That was almost like a head scissors DDT by Blitzkrieg, and Kidman somehow, that instinct, nothing but.
Blitzkrieg just dropped Kidman right on his head. Let's see if he can put him away. Going to take him up, try and do the same maneuver. The float over by Kidman.
Sets him up. Tried the T-bone, escaped by Blitzkrieg, doubles him up, gut wrench up top. No, face jam by Kidman. The face stamp, hooks the far leg, and that's it. I think Kidman just wore Blitzkrieg out in this one more than anything else.
And I think that Kidman really had to dig deep. After Blitzkrieg dropped him on his head, Kidman had to get it back together, and let's take another look.
It's our Wendy's hot and juicy classic hamburgers replay. Wendy's, it's Hamburger Bliss.
In mid-move, able to change that power bomb, driving Blitzkrieg face first to the canvas, able to roll him over. Referee Nick Patrick down for the 3 count, and yes, Kidman gains the victory.
Well, I tell you what, let's send it back to Tony and Larry, the Pajama Brothers.
Nighty-night.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. Going to put a cap on this program. Get ready to go to this Sunday's big pay-per-view, Fall Brawl. It's the fall fixture for WCW, and of course, Sting and Hulk Hogan, the rematch for the world title. We talked earlier about Sid Vicious getting a shot at the U.S. title. Can Chris Benoit derail Sid Vicious? Let's go back to the point once again about can you trust Hulk Hogan? I think not. I think you can never trust the man you wrestle. I think you would agree with this. The man you wrestle is always going to try to beat you. Hulk Hogan, friend or foe of Sting's, is still going to try to beat Sting and retain the world title this Sunday.
Well, you know, the leaves are changing colors, and we'll see if Hulk Hogan changes his. You know, here's a man who 2 years ago ran the most notorious organization ever. Here's a man with one of the biggest egos in professional wrestling, and he will do whatever he has to stay on top. Sting will find out who's right, Hogan or Lex Luger.
And we'll find out, and we'll have more next week right here on WCW Worldwide Wrestling. For the living legend, Larry Zbyszko, I'm Tony Schiavone. See you this Sunday at Fall Brawl, and back here next week at the studios of World Championship Wrestling.